The fourth prevention message is to encourage and support mum to breastfeed. And best practice is to exclusively breastfeed baby for the first 6 months of life and to breastfeed baby from 6 months and beyond. Now, we don't actually know the reason why breast milk protects baby from SUDI, but it's probably because of some of the awesome things that are in breast milk, such as antibodies, hormones, things that protect babies from viruses, parasites, things that make baby grow healthy and strong. And just as smoking during pregnancy makes baby weakened, breast milk makes them strong. And it's probably this strengthening factor that prevents them dying from SUDI. Now, if we look at exclusive breastfeeding by ethnicity for the first 6 months, what do we find? We find that 19% of New Zealand and European mothers exclusively breastfeed their babies, 18% of Pacific mothers Asian mothers exclusively breastfeed, 12% of Pacific mums, and 9% of Māori mothers exclusively breastfeed their babies for the first 6 months of life. So what are some of the common barriers to women, breastfeeding exclusively? And there's many of them. One of the common barriers is there's a perception that there's nothing wrong with formula. Another one is that many women say that breastfeeding hurts. Other women say that breastfeeding isn't convenient. Some have to go back to work, and some have a perception that in society it's not perceived as a normal or an appropriate thing to do. So if we're looking at the technical aspects of breastfeeding, definitely you can get support from nurses, midwives, and other specialists such as lactation consultants or well child providers on how to get a good latch and how to make it easier for you to breastfeed. And there are 6 or more breastfeeding positions. Learning more breastfeeding positions can increase your likelihood of successfully breastfeeding. There's other support available depending on where you live, but definitely health professionals, nurses, doctors, midwives, lactation consultants, all have skills that can help you to breastfeed. We have the Leche League nationwide who have breastfeeding buddies that you could call upon to come and help support you with your breastfeeding. And if you're a woman who has to return to work, you can go to Work and Income New Zealand and get funding for a breast pump so you can express your breast milk and leave breast milk with whoever's caregiving for your baby. So, just to revise, the 4 key messages for preventing SUDI are to place baby in a baby bed in the same room as a caregiver, to eliminate smoking during pregnancy, to position baby on their back to sleep, and to encourage and support mum to breastfeed.